Hello, everybody. Welcome to the rooftop yoga space in the beautiful Douro Valley in northern Portugal. We're here for a 15-minute yoga basics class focusing on standing balancing poses. Oftentimes in standing balancing poses, we get super tense and we get super worried about falling out of the pose. We want to stick the pose perfectly. But that's not what standing balances are about. It's about trying your best and not being fixated on the result. And when we're in our standing balances, we focus on one point that's not moving and try to keep the breath smooth. And as always, we want to stay safe in our class, so if any poses don't feel good, please feel free to come out of them and rejoin when you're ready. We'll get started in a mountain pose at the top of our mat, standing tall. The arms come down, the palms face forward. Push through the toes. And try to lengthen from the backs of the legs all the way up the spine to the crown of the head. And we'll calm the mind and the body by taking a couple smooth, deep breaths through the nose if you can, but through the mouth is fine as well. Doing a short warm-up before our standing balancing poses. So as your next inhale comes, the hands reach high to the sky, stretching through the side bodies. Staying here for just a little longer, reaching up. And when the exhale comes, you fold forward, hinging at the hips, letting the head drop down. Standing forward, fold, releasing the head, the neck, and the jaw. You can have a nice bend in the backs of the knees, gently stretching through the backs of the legs. Keep that head hanging down, release any tension from the jaw. And when the next inhale comes, halfway lift, the hands come to the shins. You come into as much of a flat back as you can, so it's like if your back was a table and you could set a cup of tea on it without it falling over. You slightly squeeze the shoulder blades, engaging through the back. This is a stronger pose. A lot of times we relax, but the next exhale is where you really relax by folding back down. On the next inhale, come all the way up to standing, reach the hands high. And on the exhale, hands come to heart center as we take 1 to 2 smooth, deep breaths. And we're going to move through that sequence again, a half sun salutation A, but a little faster now. Get ready for it. When the next inhale comes, you're going to reach the hands up high, stretching through the side bodies. And when the next exhale comes, hinge at the hips, fold forward, the head releases down. Inhaling, halfway lift, hands to the shins, flat back. When the exhale comes, fold forward, release the head down, no tension in the jaw. Inhale all the way up to standing, sweep those hands high to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Again, you're standing nice and tall for a couple smooth, deep breaths here. Calming the mind, calming the body with the smooth breath. On the next inhale, hands sweep high, reach them up. Next exhale, hinge at the hips as you fold forward, release the head down. When the inhale comes, halfway lift, hands to the shins, flat back. When the exhale comes, fold back down, release the head, neck, and jaw. As you inhale, sweep the arms up all the way to standing, hands reach high. Exhale, hands to the heart. Again, a couple smooth, deep breaths, calming the body, calming the mind, getting us ready for our standing balance poses. A little bit more of a warm-up, so as we inhale, sweep those hands up. As we exhale, fold forward again, stretching through the backs of the legs. When the inhale comes, it's halfway lift again, hands to the shins. This time, the exhale brings the hands down and steps the right foot to the back of the mat, and the right knee comes down in a low runner's lunge. Your hands frame the front foot, the left foot, And you can bend deeper into that left knee if you like. The stretch is in the front of the right hip. Don't go too intense though, just a nice easy stretch in the front right hip. And then tucking the back toes, back knee comes off the ground. And you're going to step or walk that back foot to the front of the mat. You're back in your forward fold. When the inhale comes, halfway lift. When the exhale comes, hands back down, left foot comes to the back of the mat. And of course, that left knee is going to drop down. We're in our low runner's lunge. The hands frame the right foot. You can bend deeper in the right knee to get a little more of a stretch in the left front hip. But be gentle, don't go too deep. Feel like it's a gentle stretch, not an intense stretch. The breath stays smooth. And you tuck through the back toes, back knee comes off the ground. Now we're going to move into a wide-legged forward fold. So you can bring that back foot up a couple inches and then drop the back heel. And so the right toes then are going to face the same direction as the left. And then you're going to fold down in your wide-legged stance. The hands come to the mat. This is a stretch more in the inner hips and the backs of the legs. Let the head hang down, release the jaw. And join our wide-legged forward fold. And if the feet feel too wide, just walk them in a little bit. Just another moment and wide-legged forward fold. On the next inhale, halfway lift, flat back here in this shape. And then you're going to walk the hands to frame the front foot, the right foot, as the right toes face forward and you come onto the back toes. So the back foot, the heel is off the ground, and then you step that back foot forward to meet the front. You're in a fold at the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold back down, release the head, neck, and the jaw. As we inhale, come all the way up to standing. Hands sweep high to the sky, stretch through the side bodies. Exhale, hands to heart center. Keep the breath nice and smooth. We really want to calm the mind here because we're going to come into our standing balancing poses. So I'm going to come to face the camera, but you stay right where you are, standing up nice and tall. And the arms come down along your sides, palms face forward. This is mountain pose. We're going to start out in tree pose. So first come on to the right tippy toes, right heel is off the ground. And then the bottom of the right foot will come to the inside of the left ankle. And if you want, you can bring that right foot up to the inside of the left calf. Or if you like, you bring it all the way up to the inside of the right thigh. Don't place it on the inside of the knee. The right hip is open. This is tree pose. So you can make a tree with your arms by reaching them up and out. You can bend through the elbows, whatever feels good for you. Just keep that right hip open. And you want to push the bottom of the right foot into the left leg and the left leg back into the right foot. So there's a nice middle line there. Now the hands come down. Release the right foot off the left leg and bring it back on the ground. Let's do the other side now. So after you've taken a smooth, deep breath, come onto the left tippy toes, left heel off the ground. And inside or bottom of the left foot comes to the inside of the right ankle. And you can keep it there, or you can bring that left foot to the inside of the right calf, or all the way up to the inside of the right thigh. Don't put it on the knee. And you can change it. If you can't find a place where it feels good, you can explore here. Keep that left hip open, and then the hands can reach up in your tree pose. Pushing the bottom of the left foot into the right leg. And the right leg back into the bottom of the foot so there's a nice middle line there. Keep the hands reaching high. Do your best to balance, but don't worry if you fall. That's all a part of the process. As you exhale, release the left foot down and the hands come down back in mountain pose for a couple smooth, deep breaths, standing tall. We'll move on to our next standing balance. And make sure you calm the mind before you do. All right. Now we're going to bring the right foot off the ground, right knee is bent. Now you stay here, this is stork pose, and you reach the hands up high to the sky. This is a great place to stay. If you want more of a challenge, you can extend that right leg. It's pretty difficult and challenging. Try to keep that right leg straight if you can. Stay here for one more inhale. And the exhale, bend the right knee. Both of those are versions of stork pose. And then very slowly bring the right foot down as the hands come down back to mountain pose. 1 to 2 smooth, deep breaths here. We'll do the other side in stork pose. Start by inhaling the left foot off the ground. Left knee is bent, hands reach high. And this is your stork pose here, but if you want the full expression, you'll inhale to extend the left leg, which is pretty challenging. And you try to keep that left leg parallel to the ground. It's a lot of strength in the left quadricep. And then bend through the left knee, and on the exhale, left foot down as the hands sweep along your sides back to mountain pose. All right, keep those shoulders away from the ears. Oftentimes in standing balances, we get tense and the shoulders come up and scrunch up, but we don't want that. So take another smooth, deep breath, letting the shoulders come down. All right, moving on to our next pose. Bring the right knee up, right foot off the ground, and then bring the right hand to the right knee. And on the inhale, you're going to open up through that right knee and the right hip, and reach the left hand out to the side. It's a standing balance hip opener. The right hip is open, the left hand reaches out, and maybe you look over that left hand. Maybe you keep the gaze forward, it's okay. And then you're going to bring that right knee back in. The left hand and the right hand are now on the right knee. And then you're going to reach the right hand behind you as the left hand stays on that right knee. This is a standing balance twist. So the left hand is on the right knee. The right hand is reaching back behind you. If you want an extra balance challenge, look back at that right hand. It makes it super challenging. And then on the next exhale, you're going to bring the right hand back to the knee, torso faces forward. Both hands are on the knee, give it a squeeze up. And on the exhale, release the right foot down. Great job. All right, we're going to go through that on the other side. Again, that's a standing balance hip opener, standing balance twist. Let's check out the other side. So inhale the left foot off the ground, left knee bent. Left hand is on the left knee, and as you inhale, you open up the hip. Then you're going to reach the right arm out to the side. Now we'll find often that both sides are not the same. One side will be easier to balance on than the other. So maybe this side is easier and more difficult. Don't worry about it. It's not about doing the pose perfectly. It's about trying. If you like, you can look over that right hand. And on the next exhale, you're going to bring the left knee back forward. The right hand comes to the left knee, and the left hand reaches behind you in your standing twist. Standing balance twist, stand up nice and tall. Right hand is on the left knee, the left hand reaches back. And you can look back at that hand if you would like. Just do your best to stand up nice and tall and gently open up through the left shoulder. On your next exhale, that left hand is going to come back. Both hands come to the left knee, squeeze it up towards the chest, and then exhale, left foot comes down. All right, back in mountain pose. Let those shoulders come away from the ears, palms face forward. And our last standing balance pose we'll do is dancer pose. So start out by opening up the right hand, and then bring the right foot off the ground, bending the right knee, and grabbing the inside of the right foot with the right hand. And then you're going to shift the hips forward, pushing the top of the right foot into the right hand. And you can stay here, this is fine, or you can reach the left arm forward. This is dancer pose. And whatever version you take, just do your best to focus at one point that's not moving and breathe smooth. Extend through the standing leg if you can. Keep pushing the top of the right foot into the hand. And as you exhale, the left hand comes down. You're coming back to standing, keeping the right foot in the hand, and then releasing that right foot. Back to your mountain pose for a breath or two before going on to the left side. And then we open up that left hand, bend the knee, left foot off the ground, catch the left foot with the hand. Now you can stay here, this is totally fine. Or if you like, the hips hinge forward, and you push that left foot into the hand as the right hand reaches forward. So again, the top of the left foot will push into the left hand. Your hips are hinging forward, your right hand is reaching forward, and you're standing on the right leg. Try to straighten the right leg if you can. And on the next exhale, the right hand comes down. The hips come back up. You're standing now holding the left foot. And then release that left foot down. Back into mountain pose. Bring the hands to heart center. And on the next inhale, fill up the body as much as you can with air. On the next exhale, let it all out. Bowing the head down. Thank you so much for coming and practicing your standing balancing poses. We hope you enjoyed the beautiful view. And hopefully at your next yoga class, you're a little more balanced. And at the least, we have a beautiful view here. And we enjoyed it. We hope you did too. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Namaste.